Hey guys, welcome to July's plan with me. I decided to go with a mermaid slash underwater slash fish kind of theme for this month. Mostly because the Sims Island Living Pack came out and it just kind of inspired me to do a mermaid on the cover. So that's what we're doing. I just decided to use colored pencils because it's easy to blend the colors, and I wanted, rather than to have some like very, very bold marker colored fins and scales and stuff, I just did something a little bit more muted that I knew I would be able to blend easier. So I just used colored pencils and did a couple different colors of blues and greens for everything. So, and it's just a bunch of blending and adding different colors and seeing what I like. There's not really a rhyme or a reason to it. It's just kind of going with what you slash I think looked decent. So the next page is my monthly calendar. I do it sideways as usual. Each of the boxes are 5 by 5, so they're very easy to measure out. And I used two different size markers. The edges, the bolder edges are I used an 8, and then the skinnier inside lines I used a 3.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together.
Rather than doing a ton of drawing and stuff, I didn't have a ton of time this month, obviously because of how late this is going up. I just decided to use different kinds of stickers and whatnot to add in more of the underwater theme instead of drawing everything, just to make my life a little bit easier this month. This next page is my sleep tracker, and the page after is the steps tracker. I'm just going in and coloring in the block letters with a black Funosuke, I think. Does anybody really know how to pronounce that? Yeah, I think it's the hard tip. So that's what I'm using to fill it in.
It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
I'm also doing the same thing here that I did with the calendar, using the bold 8 tip on the edge of everything, and using a 3 for the letters and numbers. My camera stopped recording, but all you missed was me writing all the numbers and stuff in, which you didn't really need to see anyways. It's just the days of the week and the days of the month. And then I'm going in with a white gel pen and adding some white like bubble kind of effects. So they don't really show up very well on camera, but they're a lot brighter in person. And I finally realized that I should probably turn my light on so that me and you guys can see what's going on. So this next page is my habit tracker. Just doing the same thing, bold on the outside, skinny on the inside, or for the writing and stuff. I didn't go through and fill out all of my habits because some of them are personal and I just decided to keep them to myself. I just wrote the first one as an example so you guys could see how it would be looking. The next page is my highlights page. I'm just using the same Fudenosuke pen that I used to fill in the sleep and step log, and doing some calligraphy to the best of my ability. And I decided that I didn't like how it looked, so I went back in and made some of the downstrokes a bit darker and more bold so that you could differentiate. And I decided that I liked that a lot better. So I'm also just going to add in some skinny washi tape to basically just kind of like give it an underline and add in some more of the blue color for the underwater theme, since there's not a whole lot of room to put in anything on here. And then on my highlights page, I'm just going to either draw a picture of something that made me happy, or a memory or something, or I'll just write a word or a quick saying or something easy like that. So my budget spread is it's fairly simple. I'm just using the same thing that I did with the highlights page for the budget, and going in with my checking and saving, and writing the beginning and ending balance for the month and leaving a box for it. And then underneath there is a space for my bills.
Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be.
Because there was space underneath, I decided to dig through some of my scrapbook stuff. These are pictures or sayings or backgrounds or whatever that I cut out of magazines that are old, and I just decided that it's something that I could possibly use for scrapbooking or any art related stuff. So I'm just going through and seeing what kinds of things that I liked the look of. Sorry about the noise in the background, but there's a car or something out there. But anyways, so I'm just cutting it down to size and seeing how I like it, and then I'm going in with a glue stick just to glue it down.
In the great outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be. In the great outdoors, forever free.
And then again, just going in with some of my stickers to add to the other blank space as well. Next spread is my, like, where I keep track of my my expenses or whatever, based like what I spend. My spending log, that's what they're called. So it's just pretty basic. I've got a lot of different columns. If you guys want a more detailed video on how I keep track of like my budget and my spending and my savings and stuff, I can do that in a separate video, but because there's a lot of different columns and stuff, but yeah, it's just a basic spending log so that I can keep track and make sure that I'm not overspending. Next page is my savings log. I'm doing a my active savings and my passive savings, and then underneath it I am doing some savings goals for saving up for certain things. Page next to my savings tracker I didn't really know what to do with yet, so I just left it blank and moved on to my July monthly work and personal spread. A lot of people do this with like events and personal. I just consider like personal, the personal section on here where my events would go, because a lot of the events that I have are personal. So I just divided it so that I can see my work schedule on one side and then my personal events and appointments and whatnot on the other. And finally, because I am not in school during the summer, I don't usually do like weekly spreads. I tend to just make like to-do lists a lot, so I decided to just make a master list for the month, and I'll just draw a box and write what I needed to do next to it, and X out the box when I finish it. And you basically use my key to mark off what's been started and ended, and what's being moved to next month, or it's just stuff like that. So it's just going to be basically like a bullet point list of what I need to get done, and things will be crossed off as I get them done. And sorry that that is out of camera. I didn't realize when I was filming, but the saying below just says find your own rainbow. After I finish this up, I'm just going to add some washi tape and a saying on top of the washi tape that says love your everyday life, just as a reminder that, yeah, you have all these things to do, but just remember to enjoy what you're doing, or at least make the most of it, kind of thing. So that is going to be it for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, or if you have any questions or anything like that, I'd be happy to answer them. Don't forget to subscribe if you are enjoying these videos, and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!